This might be the biggest chair ever 3D printed. This chair took 23 days to print, failed multiple times and almost didn't make it to IFA. Elegoo gave me 1 month and asked me to create something special on their new machine. Out of 10 designs, their head of marketing chose the biggest one. It's part butterfly, part elephant, and it's not meant to feel like a chair. It's meant to feel like a throne. This is the bold butterfly chair. And this is how I 3D printed one of the biggest chairs ever made.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Philippe Bietenholz. I'm a furniture designer and I'm best known for my work with large-scale 3D printed furniture. My approach to furniture design is pretty unconventional. I use 3D printing not just as a production method, but as a creative tool, especially in large formats where objects start to feel more like architecture than furniture. It's almost like a spatial experience and not just an object in your hand.
Some of you might know my bound chair, a piece that became quite well known in the large-scale 3D printing scene. And today's project pushes that idea even further. Elegoo contacted me with a commission for IFA, asking me to create something special on their new printer, the Elegoo Giga Orange Storm. And honestly, without that commission I probably would never have built this chair. At the very beginning I presented Elegoo with a catalog of 10 different design concepts. The funny part, their head of marketing was allowed to choose one design. And out of all 10 options, she chose the biggest one. That design became the bold butterfly chair. At that moment, I knew this project was going to be intense. Not just creatively, but also technically and logistically. The bold butterfly chair is not just a chair, it's a character. Design-wise, it's inspired by a mix of influences. On one side, you have digital 3D art aesthetics. Thick lines, strong silhouettes, bold shapes and almost candy-like surfaces. On the other side, there's a brutalist influence. Forms that feel heavy, almost concrete-like, massive and architectural. But here's the key. Even though it looks massive and almost brutal, it's still meant to feel soft, elegant and inviting. That balance between two opposites, heavy and light, brutal and playful, digital and physical, was the biggest challenge of this design. Formally, the chair is a hybrid creature, part elephant, representing strength and mass, and part butterfly, representing transformation and visual impact. And the goal was very clear. When you sit on it, it should feel like you're sitting on a throne, not a normal chair. To even attempt something like this, you need the right machine. The Elegoo Giga Orange Storm is designed for extremely large prints. Even so, the chair had to be split into 6 massive parts. This printer made it possible to produce something on this scale. And for me as a young designer, probably this kind of machine is the cheapest way to produce such a big sculpture. For a chair of this size, material usage and print time become critical. I printed everything with a 1mm nozzle, using 3 wall lines and an infill of only 5 to 7%. That might sound low, but at this scale it makes a huge difference. These settings allowed the chair to be structural, stable and strong, but also efficient in terms of material and time. When you're printing something that takes weeks, every extra wall line or percent of infill can mean days more of printing and kilograms more material. In total, the chair printed for 23 days. And here's the stressful part. From the moment the commission started to the opening of IFA event, I had only about 1 month. That left almost no room for mistakes. And of course, not every print went perfectly. With prints this long, failures happen. Some parts had to be restarted, costing valuable time. There were moments I wasn't sure if everything would be finished in time. But in the end, on the last printer with the last prints, everything finally worked out. Despite some failed prints, the final result turned out exactly the way I hoped. The evening before the fair, the chair was finally ready to be assembled. I put it together with one of my best designer friends, late at night, knowing that the next day it had to be on display. The chair is held together using metal rods and additionally glued for stability. However, there is one exception. Because of its size, transporting the chair as one piece was impossible. It simply wouldn't fit through most doors, so I transported it in 2 large sections. That's also why the center connection is not glued, it's only plugged together. This makes transport possible without compromising the overall stability once it's assembled. Even then, moving it was extremely heavy and physically demanding. Once the chair was standing at IFA, everything changed. People stopped, they stared, they took photos. The butterfly wings did exactly what they were meant to do. They pulled people in. Kids climbed onto it immediately. Adults asked how it was made. Even creators and YouTubers like Linus Tech Tips sat on the chair and even made videos about it. Seeing people interact with something that started as a digital 3D model is always surreal, but on this scale it felt even more powerful. This project pushed me in every way, creatively, technically and physically. Without Elegoo's commission for IFA, this chair would probably still just be a concept. But turning it into reality showed what's possible with large-scale 3D printing today. The Bolt Butterfly chair is more than a chair to me. It's a balance between opposites, between art and function, weight and lightness, brutalism and elegance. Huge thanks to Elegoo for the trust and support. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe and tell me in the comments what should I build next. And should it be even bigger?